Why did you walk there? I saw you in our room.
Well, I'm up here talking to Miss Kimberly. Yeah, I'm talking to Miss Kimberly. Do you want to say hi?
Well, I want to say here.
You can come sit by me. Here, come say hi. Why are you up? Yeah, he came up
He
here.
can come up. Max, how's it going?
Can you say hi to Miss Kimberly?
Ooh, that
Miss Kimberly on the
that
radio.
looks like a very crabby face, Max.
I know, he's mad at me for leaving him. Hold on. I'm going to bring him downstairs. I'll be right back. Honey, I'm working, okay? I just need a little bit more time, okay? Come here. Listen, come here. Come here, be my breath a minute. Come here, I gotta show you something. Come here. Hurry up. Hurry, you're gonna miss it. Okay, can you say bye to Miss Kimberly?
Bye, Miss Kimberly.
Bye, sweetheart. Oh,
sleepy boy. Come on.
he's so sweet. Hey y'all, I'm Kimberly Warner, mama of two, lover of shoes, and serial entrepreneur. I've dedicated my life to helping women succeed in business by just being themselves. But the path isn't always easy. I was targeted for having an authentic opinion on something that happened to my town, to my businesses. I was attacked for publicly speaking my beliefs, and then I was reduced to a cliche. Aggressively blonde, too dumb to know what I'm talking about. This is why your husband left you. After these attacks, I spent 9 days in bed, debilitated by fear, until I pulled myself up by my big girl pants and chose to lean into my fear and not be silenced by it. This podcast is for everyone who has experienced fear or regret. You will learn how others like me have risen from the ashes and are better for it. Here we go. Hey y'all, it's Kimberly and welcome to episode 4 of Fearlessly Authentique. I'm super excited to have my second real life guest, not a real life boy. I feel like Pinocchio when I say that, real life boy. But my second real life guest, my friend Emily Jacobs. Emily, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you for having me. I'm super excited to be here.
I'm so excited to have you. I don't even know how to explain who Emily is because she's way more popular and way more famous than me.
Stop. Not even close.
Oh, seriously, so much more. So I'm going to give you a couple minutes, just tell everybody like who you are and what you do and like all about your 9,000 kids and, you know, all that stuff. I mean, I don't know how you do it all, honestly.
Okay, so my name's Emily and I am the co-host of the Tom and Emily Morning Show on 95 Will Rock. So if you are not listening to Kimberly's podcast, preset your radio, 95.1. We're out of Chicago. So I do the morning show there from 5 to 10 weekdays, Monday through Friday. And then I'm a mom to a 4-year-old boy and 2-year-old twin girls.
And Tom.
And Tom, my fourth child. Tom.
Yeah, your co-host on the show.
My middle-aged fourth child.
Right.
So I do that. And then I just recently started a little side business where I make charcuterie boards on the weekends, which has kind of taken off. So yeah, very busy, but all really cool and fun stuff.
So let me just like fine tune what she said. So number one, she is on one of the third largest radio conglomerate in the United States. So this is like not just like mom and pop radio. You've never heard of it. It is the rock station, 95.1. And Tom's been on for 30 some years. So you've learned from the best, honestly.
Yes.
The best of the best in the industry.
I joke, I make fun of him every single day, but really it's super rare to be in radio for that long, especially on the same radio station for that long. So he really is the best.
No, 100%. And once in a while, if I'm lucky enough, I get to sub for Emily if she's like ever sick, which she hardly ever is. But if she, needs off for kids or something like that. And I have learned so much from Tom, just the handful of times I've been around him. And I just feel like that is such a gift. So between him and JP and everyone that runs the studio, like for sure, they are some of the best people ever. And I advertise on there. And I would encourage anyone who wants to advertise a business, definitely call up, 95.1, ask for Care or John or whoever, and do some advertising because I really saw return on investment, like for my store when I did that one. When I came in that first time, you were pregnant. I don't even know if you were there. You were pregnant with the twins.
I fell in love with. Was I pregnant with Max when we first met? Or no, it was the twins.
You were pregnant with the twins when we first met. And then the second time I came, I brought gifts. And then you were already out on leave. And Leah was there and she got your gift.
Okay.
I remember because she's like, ooh, I get gifts and I'm not even Emily. And I was like, okay, well, whatever. But yeah, so that's a super hard job though, because you have to be there at what time?
So I usually get there around 4 every morning.
Right.
We go at 5. So I record the news for our sister station, and then I go live on the FM side at 5. So yeah, I'm usually there by 4-ish. My alarm clock goes off at like 3:15 every day. So yeah, it's super early mornings, but it's kind of, I get the best of both worlds because I'm a working mom and a stay-at-home mom combined because I'm home every day, by noon.
Right.
So I do have my hot coffee and like my quote unquote adult time in the morning. And then I'm home by the afternoon to feed my babies lunch and put them down for their naps and, do everything else that a stay-at-home mom normally does. So it's kind of like, it's exhausting, but I get to be there for my babies every day as opposed to being away from them,
right.
during like a 9 to 5
normal 9 to 5 for sure. And
Right.
also you are so blessed to have Mary, your mother, who I think is one of the best people in the world. Literally my favorite person ever. And like when she went through the drive-through at Burger King and we like did that whole joke on the radio last week, I was like dying. She's amazing and you're so blessed. I don't have any family nearby, so I can't even imagine what that must be like. But still, you have 2 one-year-old twin girls. Their names are
Tinley and Harper. They actually just turned 2, so they're 2 now. So
oh my God, they're 2?
Yeah, they just turned 2. I know,
Holy
it's
balls.
wild.
Where is the time gone? And Maximilian is still 4, or when does he? When does he turn 5?
He turns 5 in like 3 months, so he's almost 5. Yeah,
I love Max because every time I come over, he comes out in his underwear and nothing else.
He is a feral child. He is a feral child. He is always running around in his my father-in-law calls him Captain Underpants because he just runs around in his underwear any chance he gets. And when I say like, Max, let's put on some clothes, he'll say, Mom, I'm sweating. And he really, because he just moves a mile a minute. I mean, he does not stop. So he probably is always sweating.
He's going to do really well in school when they're like, you need actually a shirt on to come to kindergarten. He's going to like, do I? But
right. So he's in pre-K right now. He started pre-K a few months ago, which was like a big decision for us, with these crazy times and everything. But he started pre-K and I was worried about him keeping his clothes on. And just like sitting still, because I feel like he doesn't, but he does great. It's wild. Like his teacher has never said like he stripped down today. I think it's just when he's in the 4 walls of our home, he just feels that comfort and everything, but he
came running out onto the driveway when I was there. Like he was like, Miss Kimberly, and gave me the biggest hug. He hadn't seen me in like ages. He doesn't know me that well either. But it's so funny because I brought a gift at Christmas time for him and he was a little like trepidatious. Like he was like, I'm not really sure who you are, but you're bringing my mom a gift. You're bringing my dad a gift. You're bringing me a gift, but I don't know if I want to open it. So instead, you remember what he did? He ripped up a bunch of toilet paper and then he was hanging it on the Christmas tree. This was last Christmas. Yeah. And he was like making his own tinsel sort of situation.
That's what he did. That was our decoration this year.
And I was like,
toilet paper tree.
Yeah, but I was like, can you open the gift I brought you? And he was like, I'll think about it,
Well, I will tell you what, this year, he is much more excited about presents.
Well,
this year,
I'm bringing him one this year. For sure.
And I don't know if you remember what you gave him. You gave him the coolest thing in your store. Always has the coolest stuff. I'm always blown away. But one of the things you brought him was this cute bag that you put in all the old toys in.
Right.
That you can donate and use it to make room for the new toys for when this Christmas comes. And so we still have that bag and I plan on busting it out very soon. And a cute little pillow where you put the note to Santa. Like I'm so excited to bust those out this Christmas.
Because he's a little older.
This year, he's a little older and he gets it a little bit more. So this year will be really fun for him.
All right. So how demanding is your full-time job? I mean, I know it because I did it like for you for 1 week and I thought I was going to die. I literally getting that. It's you got to get used to it for sure.
The early mornings, they're very tough. And so, with the pandemic, there's been furloughs and layoffs, just like every other company is dealing with. And so I worked from home for 3 months and that was a challenge, working in my living room.
Were you in your closet or just in a living room?
No, I was in my living room.
Oh, okay.
So the cord that I had that hooked up to our equipment was super short. And so I had to kind of be broadcasting like right by our modem where, plugged in by there. So I was basically working inside of a baby gate in my living room. So my kids couldn't breach the gate and get to me, but it was chaos. So, that was challenging. And now with like layoffs and furloughs, it's really just Tom and I in the room doing the morning show, whereas we used to have more people. And so, yeah, I mean, it's challenging. It's early mornings. It's now that more people are gone.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but I think people think like it's just like shooting the shit. Like you just get to talk to Tom and he's so funny and you guys are just
I forgot
blah,
we
blah,
can
blah.
swear on this. This is very exciting.
Oh, you can say whatever you want. Yeah. This is not the radio.
I panicked. I was like, where's the dump button?
Yeah, no dump button. Nope. No, but it's not just like, oh, I show up at 6, we go on at 6:01, I chit chat with Tom for 4 hours and then I go home. But at the end of the day, it is a lot of work. It's research. It's a lot of time. And then it's not, I mean, you know Tom very well, so the banter goes very well back and forth.
Tom and I always joke that we're in a sexless marriage because like, imagine like every relationship is hard, right? Every marriage is hard, but then imagine being in a sexless marriage with someone. I mean, we're in the small room together 5 hours a day. So we joke that he's my work husband, right? So we have challenges just like a couple would, to be honest. I mean, we butt heads, we fight about little things, we push each other's buttons. So yeah, there's a lot of different challenges I think that go into it, but it's also like the most fun job ever. So I wouldn't trade it for anything, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And then you have to do like night stuff too. It isn't like you just get to do the daytime. Then you have to do remotes and other things that I don't think people realize that's you're on the clock then too, and you're salaried. So it can be very long and exhausting weeks. And having 2-year-old twins and a 4-year-old son, and then plus Tom, of course. And then you have a husband too. Like, when do you fit him in? Does Matt get any like? Do you guys have like date night?
Of love and he gets love and affection all the time. Don't worry about Matt.
When does
That's
he
why
get
we have
that?
all these babies.
When does he get that? I want to know.
He gets plenty of attention.
Every other Tuesday and once on Wednesday, or what?
Listen, I am like that crazy mom that's like a drill sergeant about schedules, and I have been since even before I had the twins. Like even with Max, I was pretty crazy about schedules. So like every day lunch is at 11:15, naps by 12:15, and the kids are in bed between 7 and 7:30 every night. So Matt and I have our time together every single night, you know, and that's why we make sure that they go to bed so early so we can spend time together.
So like what time is sex? That's scheduled for like 7:20, or is that like
sex is usually from 7:35 until like 8:20 every night.
Wow, that's totally kidding. Way to go, Matt! Nice work. That's impressive.
I'm totally kidding.
I was assuming you were gonna say like after the kids went down for your nap, like at 12:05, then maybe he got like, you know, to 12:05 to 12:10, and then like that was your like weekly duty. But man,
no, I mean we make it work. It's all good.
You guys are the cutest. Oh no, he's not. He likes me. I brought him a candle.
Matt loves you.
No, he's the most laid back and super cool guy ever. And the fact that you guys are able to like flip flop schedules and be able to be there for your kids.
No, and my mom is even so much more. I mean, honestly, people all the time are like, how do you manage so much? It's really my mom, like she's the MVP in the entire, she doesn't even live here and she's the MVP of this household. So, I mean, she's with my kids right now while I'm talking to you and Matt's working. I mean, she is like a full-time Mima. She does it all.
Pure Love Essences. This is my friend, Jody. She's amazing. She spent like 17 years doing marketing for financial companies. And then one day she got into her kitchen and she just like wanted to create like the perfect perfume for herself. She was really concerned about natural and, you know, vegan and eco-friendly and ethically sourced and all that good stuff. And so she created this own, like her own brand, her own perfume, her own, you know, cologne spray and oil roll-on type situation. And what happened after that was everywhere she went, people followed her. They were like, what are you wearing? She calls it the catnip of fragrance. I love that saying, catnip, because, you know, it's like irresistible. So when I wear it, people follow me around in Costco, no lie. And they're like, I'm sorry, I've been following you around for like 4 aisles. I just want to know what you're wearing. And what I'm wearing is her Moroccan scent. Pure Love Essences has 3 scents. They are all sort of unisex, but the original is boho, has a little bit of undertones of patchouli. Then we have the Moroccan, which has little undertones of coconut. It's super super beachy and lovely. And then there's Rebel, which is for men, and it's leathery and it's sexy and it's hot. And you definitely want to get it for your man. And we are coming upon the Christmas season, so check out pureloveessences.com. Use the coupon code FA20 and receive 20% off all orders of $52 or more. You can also find them at Authentique in Kenosha, Wisconsin. 625 57th Street is Authentique. And also, you can find it online at AuthentiqueGifts.com. But if you want to take advantage of 20% off, which you do, you want to go to pureloveessences.com and use coupon code FA20. You are going to love this natural, amazing scent. Please check out my friend Jody. She's amazing. Love this woman, local, and also just a really decent, beautiful human being. pureloveessences.com.
Why did you talk there? I saw you in another room.
Well, I'm up here talking to Miss Kimberly.
Here.
Yeah, I'm talking to Miss Kimberly. Do you want to say hi?
Well, I want to stay here.
You can come sit by me. Here, come say hi. Why are you up? Yeah, he came up
He
here.
can come up. Max, how's it going?
You say hi to Miss Kimberly?
Ooh,
I'm talking to Miss Kimberly on the radio.
That looks like a
Hold
very
on.
crabby face, Max.
Not that.
I know, he's mad at me for leaving him. Hold on. I'm going to bring him downstairs. I'll be right back.
No, I
Honey, I'm working, okay? I just need a little bit more time, okay? Come here. Listen, come here. Come here. Nima brought something for you. Come here, I gotta show you something. Come here. Hurry up. Hurry, or you're gonna miss it. Okay, can you say bye to Miss Kimberly?
Bye, Miss Kimberly.
Bye,
Okay.
sweetheart. Oh,
sleepy boy. Come on.
he's so sweet.
Come on, let's go. Okay, sorry.
No, you're totally fine. I was just talking to Steve. I was like, I wish he would come to my house because, like, Jack Lloyd does not want to read books anymore. He doesn't want to snuggle.
Right.
But I wish that I could
Right.
still, like, read books and snuggle. And he'd be like, Mom, you left the room. I'm mad at you. Like, now he's
He was just not happy just
yeah.
now.
Oh, no. And Jack Lloyd's like, get out of my room. Shut the
I know.
door.
I try and enjoy it because I know it's like
It's hard.
in 5 seconds. He'll be a
You're
teenager.
in the trenches, though. We used to call it the trenches, my friend Eric and I.
That's
You're in the
exactly what it
trenches.
is.
So tell us about your charcuterie business because I think this is super cool. Now, I know you kind of started doing like these sort of fancy boards for Max to try to get him to eat like healthy snacks after school.
Right.
And you made them pretty because you're a fancy mom, kind of like me. I mean, I don't know. You were probably drinking wine under the cabinet like I would have been. I think like how did that start and how does, I mean, because I know it's going gangbusters. So tell us about that.
Okay, so it was like, a few months ago, I wanted to order like a charcuterie board for the girl's second birthday, right? We were just having like my parents over and my in-laws over. And so I Googled, charcuterie, Kenosha area, and like nothing came up. And I was like, that's really weird that the only thing that came up was like a couple, big name restaurants that, offer them or whatever, but there was no small business, no one making them. And so I ended up going a city or two away to get one because, with being safe with everyone, I kind of wanted everyone to have like their own little plate of food and
Sure.
like still a cute way or whatever. So I really wanted to get one. So I ended up getting one from a city or two away and it was great and lovely and everything like that. Max kept calling it a fancy snack because it looked so pretty.
I love it.
And then
he called it a fancy snack board.
Yeah, well, first he would just call them fancy snacks. They were our fancy snacks. So then, because I was like shocked, I discovered like Tinley was eating cucumbers and Harper was eating peppers and Max was eating the carrots. And I was like, are they eating vegetables? Because it looks pretty. So then I started making them their own little plates at snack time. So they would eat and just to switch up, snack time because I was from home and just trying to, at the stomach, I was like, arts and crafts every day, healthy snacks every day. Like I was really trying to be an overachiever. Now I'm like, have macaroni and cheese for lunch. I'm too tired.
In all fairness, we were in the middle of a pandemic, which none of us have ever seen before or experienced before. So not only are you now home with your kids, but you're now full-time because normally you would at least have some adult time in the morning, you know what I mean? And you would be able to, and you weren't going into the radio station, you were doing it from home. And then they're there that whole time. And then, it's like you're on the whole time. And being on stage, whether it's for your kids or for like radio station or podcast or stage speaking or whatever, it's exhausting, right? You're a vessel.
Totally.
And you can only fill up so much and then you're about ready to like just, spiel over.
Right.
So I can imagine that you were like, okay, I'm done making them pretty. But the fact that they were like geeking out about carrots that were,
They loved it.
Yeah, dipping like because you do these really cool things where you hollow out like peppers or mini, what was it? What did you do at fall? Mini pumpkins? And you hollowed it out.
Mini pumpkins.
Yeah, and then you put the dip in there. And so then people are like, holy fancy. And then also, what was that honey thing? You had the like honey and you had this like stick thing.
Just like some of my boards have like honey goat cheese. And so I'll just do like a little honey jar or a cup of honey with like a little honey stick. It just looks cute. You know, kids eat stuff when it looks cool.
For sure. And you put those in there, super extra touches. And you did some for me. So I did like a private party for my best customers. And because it was COVID, I asked Emily, is there any way that you could do like individual charcuterie? And
like little boards or boxes.
Yeah. And so you were kind of like, oh, I don't know. And then what did you do? It was amazing.
Yeah. Well, you actually found those cute little boxes online.
No, you found those boxes, I think.
Did you? I thought it was you.
I think it was you.
I'm giving you all the credit.
They were like little cupcake boxes, if you will, and they were brown craft. You found them because I was finding different things, but you found them. And then what did you put in them?
Little salami roses and cheese and macaroons and grapes and just kind of like I joke now and call them adult Lunchables because like I grew up eating Lunchables as a kid and that's what they are, except they're super fancy and like way better, than a regular Lunchable.
I seriously love that. I want you to change your name to Fancy Lunchables. I'm not even kidding.
That's what I call them now, adult Lunchables, the little personal boxes.
Because I never had a Lunchable in my life. My mom was like a gourmet chef, and so like that was a negative. We never got a Lunchable ever in our life. All we
my
ever
kids
wanted.
will not eat a Lunchable now. I mean, there's no way. Even if I tried to give them, they would be like, "What is this?"
Oh my
because they've been so spoiled. Yeah,
I love it. But so my customers were like over the moon. They were like, "This is the cutest thing ever," and we tied it with like it was almost like brown paper packages tied up with string.
Right.
You know, we tied them up like all cute with your card on it or whatever.
Right.
And so, how's your business been doing? So your actual business name, if people want to Google you, is what?
Is Fancy Snacks Charcuterie, which is, of course, named after Max calling them fancy snacks for all of those months. So, yeah, Fancy Snack Charcuterie. And it's going really well. My mom came over one day while I was making them for the kids. And she was like, why are your children eating like kings and queens? Why haven't you ever made one of these for a family gathering? And I was like, I don't know. It was just, I was like, this is kind of an untapped thing that I just realized I love doing. It's become a real creative outlet for me. If you know me at all, you know how much I love food. So especially cheese and crackers. So it was a way for me to be creative and it just became like a new hobby. You know, I couldn't go out and do anything. I wasn't seeing my friends. So it became this cute little hobby. I ended up making one for my mom. She had a little socially distant backyard gathering with a few of her friends. So they like sat 6 feet apart and had a bonfire. And so I made a couple boards for them. And then before you knew it, her friends wanted one and her friends' friends wanted one. And so I thought, well, I should make a Facebook page or something, you know, so that I can get things going. And before, you know what, I have like thousands of followers on Facebook and it's just kind of been a snowball effect in the best way. And I've been trying to just kind of find new different things to do to accommodate people during like socially distant times. And
because you do brunch ones and you did like a candy one for like Halloween, like, you know, a sweet one, like a dessert treat one. And so you kind of can adapt to the times. I love the brunch one because did you do like hard-boiled eggs or something like that? Or like those egg souffle things?
Donuts, bagels. Yeah, the brunch ones are like my favorite ones to do.
Now you got to get those itty-bitty little glasses and make little mini Bloody Marys. Wouldn't that be a good one? How about, here's my idea. Here's my idea for you. It's a deconstructed Bloody Mary charcuterie. So in the middle is like a carafe of Bloody Mary with vodka and the whole nine. And then around it is like the pickles, the olives, the shrimp,
celery sauce,
the celery. And then that's the board. But what comes with it is a 6-pack of whatever beer, Miller Lite, Bud Light. That's your chaser. And so
this is genius.
Because most people drink more beer than they do Bloody Mary. Like that's my contention is no one can drink a full Bloody Mary unless you're like, well, me, but because they're so salty.
Or me.
Because they're a little salty, you know what I mean? But like the best part is the salad. Like the whole salad, like
Totally.
the Brussels
Good.
sprout, the whole thing.
I'm dropping one off at your studio as soon as possible. You can be my test dummy.
I think it would be a huge hit, especially on Sundays, especially Packer Sundays.
100% for football. I even have a couple football shaped charcuterie boards. This would be perfect for
100%. And I have these like glass carafes, and I'll tell you what, I get them at Goodwill for like $1. And you don't even need the glass carafe back if it's $1. But so the Bloody Mary's in the middle. I mean, obviously you have to cover it with saran wrap or whatever, but all the accoutrements are on the outside, and then the 6 or 12 pack of beer or whatever, depending on how many people.
Why are you not doing this? You're a genius.
Because I am doing a podcast talking to you.
You're even busier than me, but you're hired.
No, so I think that would be a super cool idea. Okay, so here's the last thing that I always have all these questions for people, and tell me about, has there ever been 1 minute in your business so far, this new business probably, or even the old business, but where you felt like a little insecure, or where fear kind of crept in and you were like, I don't know what I'm doing. Should I be doing this? You know, whether it was about the kids or it was about other people or anything like that. Did you ever feel like you had some of those, like, because all of us have those insecurities. So any type of fear that has melded into what you've been doing over the past year, because you've really been doing a lot and it's pretty impressive.
Totally. And you might even know what I'm talking about. So like when I first started doing this, I follow a bunch of different like awesome people on Instagram and Pinterest and stuff who make charcuterie boards. I mean, obviously tons of people do it. I just happened to kind of pick it up because I didn't feel like anyone in my immediate community was doing it. And I felt like it was an awesome hobby, and suddenly it turned into a little side hustle, right? Mm-hmm. Radio is like my number one thing. It's my passion, but this is just like awesome, fun thing to do on the weekends. But when I first started, I kind of got trolled a little bit on Instagram by these women who they started tagging someone somewhat close, like a city or two away from me, who I do follow, and she's amazing. She does charcuterie. They started kind of tagging her in all my posts and saying that I was like kind of copying her and that my boards looked exactly like hers, and they were trolling me a little bit, and they weren't bullying or being mean or anything like that, but it was definitely like a mean girl high school type of situation, I felt like. Mm-hmm. And so I did feel really insecure. I felt like, should I even be doing this? Am I stealing her shine? This girl that's, almost an hour away from me. Mm-hmm. Am I like, stealing her vibe or whatever? And so I did feel really insecure about that for a while, but it ultimately kind of reached the conclusion. And I mentioned it to you when it happened and a couple of my close girlfriends, and you all kind of had the same advice for me, which was that she didn't invent charcuterie.
She did not invent charcuterie, no.
There's enough room for everyone. And I'm not saying her feelings aren't valid if she was. No, I don't know her or anything like that.
For sure. But you legitimately were not, like, you were a fangirl, basically, of all charcuterie, because it wasn't just her page that you followed. If anyone knows you from the radio, they know that you love food, all food. Like, you're a foodie, you're passionate about food, you love junk food, you love good food, you love the whole nine. And so you were just following something that you were passionate about, and without cause, you didn't even really realize what you were doing because you made these boards, and then all of a sudden Max was like, I want more fancy snacks, Mom. Right. And it sort of transpired from there. So it wasn't like, I see this, I'm going to copy that, and now I have a business. Not. It wasn't at all like that. It was not premeditated. It was completely authentic.
Yeah.
And I love that.
I still don't even understand that it's happening. Like, it's just crazy to me that people want me to make them snacks. And so, yeah, it was totally organic the way it happened. And I wasn't trying to copy anyone or steal anyone's shine or whatever. So since then, I've just kind of I almost did take a step back and say, like, should I take a break from this? And it really did make me pause for a minute. But I've kind of moved past it and realized that I can't let other people control what I do. I can only control what I do and my decisions and everything like that. So I've just tried to kind of do my own thing and just move on from it and not stress about it,
For sure. And I have to say, like, if one of the things, like the repeated themes that I hear over and over with every, and I coach thousands of women in my direct selling business. If I had to say the one thing that I hear over and over again is that people, for whatever reason, women don't feel like what they offer is good enough, and they feel like they're offering something that maybe somebody else is offering, and then they just feel insecure. It's the insecurities that I want to be able to, like, push us past. Like, totally. I want us to get to the point of being like, F this, here I am. This is what I do. And maybe I wasn't the first person to invent gift wrap because I know at my store I wasn't, and I was insecure too when a new gift store opened down the road. I was like, oh my gosh, she's got similar tissue paper. It's like, Kimberly, oh my gosh, you did not invent custom gift wrap. Like, get a hold of yourself, But until you have that aha moment, and then until you have that mentor person that you can go to that can say like, okay, you've been through this, now tell me if I'm being silly or not. It's really great to have that grounded person.
100%.
So, okay, 2 more questions for you because these are like the fun kind of final questions.
Okay,
so let's say you were Oprah and you were doing like My Favorite Things show. I'm super interested in what is cool and current, and you're way younger than me, so you're way more cooler. And so it can't be like something that you use on the radio because like I really want to try Brooklyn and sheets and towels really badly. I want to try them, but I haven't tried them yet. But I want to know, like, if you had to push one thing, whether it's a book or a food or a game or anything like that, what would be your favorite thing that you would give to everybody? And everybody gets this. Everybody gets this. What would Emily's everybody gets this?
Okay, this is so lame. So try not to judge me. I've like.
That's the whole point of the podcast. No judgment.
This is so lame. I'm wondering if you have one. I feel like you have to have one, but maybe you don't.
Is it a vibrator?
No!
Oh, because I have multiple of those. Okay, sorry. I was just making sure.
No, okay.
Remember, this is not the radio.
But I will say it's battery operated. Okay.
Okay. Woo-hoo.
Not really a plug in. But it's my Roomba. My Roomba. Okay, I know that's so lame.
Oh, yes.
But I'm all about efficiency and I'm all about a clean house. Like, take your shoes off at my door. I'm psycho.
Same.
And I love my Roomba so much. I joke to Matt all the time, like, I don't know what I did without my Roomba because every single night it's like a therapeutic thing. I get the kids to bed, I clean up the house, I turn my Roomba on, and she just cleans. She cleans my whole house.
It's like when people have to have a fan on to sleep. You just need your Roomba.
The white
and
noise,
then you can sleep.
Yes. And then I wake up in the morning and there's vacuum lines all over my house. I named her Greta. I mean, she is everything.
I was going to say, does she have a name?
Greta. I don't know why. Greta. She just looks like a Greta, but she's everything.
Okay, well, so because of you, I also have a Roomba. Her name is Rosie, which is probably not at all unique because like Rosie the robot, like whatever. I love her in the kitchen mostly because I have this one dog. So I have a 3-pound dog and a 6-pound dog. They're like both like little rats, but the one tiny little dog, she doesn't like, there's like chicken and blueberries in their food. She doesn't like the blueberries. So she picks them out and then drops them on the carpet. And then she picks them out and drops it on the carpet. So when she's done eating, there's like 47 little blueberries. Yeah. And if you step on them, it's like stepping on a Lego.
Sure.
It hurts so bad.
Right.
Rosie
get
and
your
so
ass in there.
she's on it.
Yeah.
She's on it.
I'm telling you, it's a game changer.
So, I love it. Okay, well, last but not least, because this has been so pleasurable, and of course I could sit and drink and talk with you for the rest of the night, and I hardly ever get this one-on-one time with you because you're so busy, so I feel like I'm so happy. But if you have maybe learned anything from kind of that growth spurt that you went through, from the feeling a little insecure about people thinking you were copying them or whatever, and knowing that you didn't, but just still that yucky sort of insecure feeling. If you had a mantra or something that you would want to share with other people that maybe are going through this in a totally different realm or totally different form, what do you, and it doesn't have to even pertain to like the insecurity, but do you have a mantra that you live by? Something that is important to you?
So in high school, like way back in the day, I remember seeing a shirt at the Wisconsin Dells or something, and it said, bite off more than you can chew and then chew it. And I, for some reason, and I was so young when I saw it, but I remember like really thinking about that quote and it stuck with me. And I feel like I take on a lot of things. That's kind of like my thing. And I get overwhelmed and I wonder if I'm making the right decisions. You know,
Same.
When you say yes to one thing, you're, whether you know it or not, saying no to other things. So with my side hustle and my real job and everything like that, I always try to like bite off more than I can chew. And then I just try and handle it. You know, the worst that could happen is I could fail, that's my fear, is failure. No one wants to fail. But if you never try things, if you never do things, you can't fail, but you also can't succeed. So I guess my advice would be to just do things that you want to do. If you have a vision or a dream or a goal, you should go after it, because the worst that could happen is you don't achieve it, but you still learn something in the process. And so that's just been something that I've been trying to live by, is if I have a goal, if I want to do something, I just do it. Like I worry about me and my family and my kids, and I just try and do what's best for us, whether it's scary or whatever it is. I just try and go after things. And I think that's important, because I think a lot of people let fear and insecurity stop them from achieving goals and doing things that they maybe have wanted to do forever, you know?
Or trying something new, even in and of itself. So my similar theory to that, so you're saying bite off more than you can chew and just go for it and see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, and chew it. As you said, if it doesn't work out or you have to adjust or whatever, at least you got out there and you did it. At least you were raw. At least you were honest. At least you did something that you knew you wanted to try.
Right.
And whether it worked out in a major way, like fancy
snack charcuterie.
Thank you. FancySnackCharcuterie.com. Is that correct?
FancySnackboards.com.
Snackboards.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. FancySnackboards.com.
Right.
Whether it turns out like that, and, you know, in the Racine, Kenosha, probably Southern Milwaukee, I don't know how far you go, area, but her charcuterie boards are amazing. And now she's got a new Bloody Mary one she's going to be doing.
To you, Kimberly, I'm placing a grocery order after I get done with this. And I'm
literally... So this podcast will go live on Thursday, and they'll have plenty of time to order by Sunday, which is, you know, football Sunday. And we've got a lot of Sundays before it's, you know, the end of the football season. So, and nobody can actually go to a game to tailgate. So, like, this is the best tailgating
to you.
Plus,
exactly.
You don't have to do the cutting of the cheese and the cutting of the, Tom would be like, that's what he said. The cutting of the sausage, you know, I don't want to cut any sausage. The whole thing, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it comes to you. So I have been so blessed, A, to know you, and B, to be your friend, and C, to have you on the podcast, but just literally you've done so much for me that you will never, ever know, and inspired me in ways that you will never, ever know. And you are just such an inspiration.
It's crazy.
I don't know how you do it all.
I feel the same way about you and look up to you so much. So thank you so much for having me on here.
Honestly, I don't know how you do it all, but everyone, Emily Jacobs, 95.1 Will Rock, the rock station, morning show, FancySnackboards.com. Here in our area, you guys can't get anything better. She gets quality merchandise. She gets organic stuff. She makes it pretty. And now she's going to have a new Bloody Mary board.
Dude,
who can go wrong?
Go check out my Facebook page this weekend. I'm going to have a Bloody Mary board on there by this weekend, and I'm dropping it off to you. You're going to be my guinea pig.
Yes. Woo woo! I'll be home. Oh, actually, I won't be home this weekend. I'm going to Austin to speak for some women, so I leave on Friday and Saturday. So try it out on someone else.
You're getting one sooner
next
or later.
Weekend.
Yeah, you're getting one sooner
for sure. But try it out on Randy, your sister, somebody else, anyone who loves Bloody Marys, maybe your dad.
Probably myself. Right.
Emily Jacobs, thank you so much for being a part of Fearlessly Authentic.
I love you. Thank you again.
Love you, and you are the absolute mom of the year. Go check out her website.
Probably best to follow me on Facebook, because that's where all of my pictures and everything are. So yeah, just search Fancy Snack Charcuterie or Fancy Snack Boards on Facebook and you'll find me.
Got it. Fancy Snack Charcuterie, FancySnackboards.com. And Emily Jacobs, listen to her on 95.1, the rock station in the morning. Thank you, Emily.
Thanks.
Thank you for listening to Fearlessly Authentic. My mom hopes this episode empowered you to be fearless. Please remember to subscribe wherever you get your podcast. Share, rate, and comment, because my mom wants to hear all of your feedback. Contact her directly at fearless@fearlesslyauthentic.com. Hosted and executive produced by my mom, Kimberly Warner, produced and mixed by Steve Hawkins, and co-hosted by Eddie Polanzani. Connect with us on social media via fearlesslyauthentic.com. Copyright Fearlessly Authentic 2020.